Hey guys, Forever Tramp Renegade here. I wanted to give you another video of this awning. I didn't go over a lot of it yesterday, but the awning is complete and I have made a couple changes since yesterday, but it should be all done and I shouldn't have any more problems with it. So here is the tube. You can see it's mounted on there and I've got these finally on there how I want them. They just kind of hook to whatever you need to, put in there. Everything's painted up. You can see the end there. I did make a few changes. One of the changes that I made was putting all the poles in this case. It's just a little nylon bag that the photography backdrop came in. So all the extension poles are in there. I took them off of the conduit up there. That way I can just roll up the tarp and then store the poles at a separate place. I can put them here, or I could fit them under my bed somewhere. I've got all kinds of storage under my bed, in my wheel well, it'll fit there, or I could put it behind my driver's seat, just wherever. But it works out better having just the conduit and the tarp in there and the poles separately. So I'm going to take this out and mount it on the van and take you through the step-by-step process. After you have the tarp hanging there, you want to go ahead and get your poles out and attach your support poles to the body of the van. And after you have your poles mounted to the van, you're going to want to connect those poles to your conduit that's inside that PVC pipe. I went ahead and loosened the straps here on the ends just a little bit so I could get my pole in the hole of that conduit there, because that pole will only bend so far the way the body of the van is curved. But now that those are up there, you're going to go ahead and put your wing nut on the top of that pole there, and you're going to want to make sure it's tight right here, because when you take that Velcro strap off, that whole thing's going to come down. Alright, well now you can see that this tarp is hanging down here, but it's not touching the ground, which is the good thing. So what we're going to do next is extend these bottom poles as far as they can go, and that's going to get our awning up. Alright, well now that we've got that up, you might be thinking, well, that's good enough, but it's really not, and I'll show you why. You've got to put these other poles in here, or you have the possibility of this thing getting blown away by the wind, because it can still move like this. So you want to get your other poles and put them in here. Another modification that I did since yesterday was I went ahead and put those thumb screws in there, so I was able to take these poles off of there so I wouldn't have to roll it up inside the tarp. It was a little difficult trying to roll it up and everything, and these wanted to keep swinging around and doing whatever they wanted to do. Another thing is I went ahead and I used the wing nuts that were on here, and I just put a little piece of CPVC in here and I tightened that down, and what that allows me to do is to not have to drill a hole in that conduit. I could drill a hole in there, but this was just as easy, and that kind of makes like a fork, and I can push against that conduit when I tighten it up. Alright, well there you have it. It's all the way out and everything is real tight. You know, if a really big gust of wind came, it might blow it away, but I feel pretty comfortable with that on an average day. You can adjust this down if you need to get a little more shade, depending on how the sun is setting. But that's just up to you. It is adjustable. That's the good thing about this design. And what I like about this design is I don't have to put any poles in the ground and then find somewhere to tie it off and make it real tight. It's all hooked to the van itself, and I'm able to open my sliding door, and with this stopping right here and this right here, I'm still able to get in and out of the passenger side door. So that's the awning, and that's how it gets put on the van. Now to take it off, I'm not going to walk you through the steps of that step by step, but I'll go ahead and show you how I roll it up and get it back in the tube. But basically, you're going to take it back down the same way you put it up. You're going to get rid of these top poles first, and then you're going to lower these down. And once you have these down about, I really should put a mark on here. You want to bring that pole about to here, so when you roll it up, it's going to be close to the top. That way you can get that strap on there. But I'll kind of show you. I just kind of eyeball it. Take that down, you want to make sure you just put a strap and tie that off somehow before you take this pole down, because if you don't, that's all just going to unroll and fall out, and it's just going to be a big mess. So I just put a strap on here loosely while I went down to the other end, and the other end is tight now, and I'm going to come back and tighten this up, and then I'll do the middle last. Once I have it strapped up, I'm just going to take it off of the hooks here and slide that section inside that tube. So that's pretty much it. The only thing I have left to do is put those poles back in that bag, store them away. But that's all taken down and ready to go to the next spot. So thanks for watching this video. I know it's kind of a repeat of yesterday, but I just wanted to show you a little more in depth how I did this. And like I said, these are just those, I forget what they're called, but they're just these little hooks, and they can fit different size poles. And I've just got them clamped on there with hose clamps, 4-inch hose clamps. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below.